All right, that would have sucked. All right. All right, here we go again. Hey, welcome to the Pharmacy Residency Podcast, member of the Pharmacy Podcast Network. I'm here with a group of students from the Medical College of Wisconsin, and it is their first graduating class. So one of the kind of unique things there is I think that they started with a medical school and a medical center and then added a pharmacy school, so I hope to hear a lot about interprofessionalism and things like that. So first is going to be Alexander Thorpe. He's going to tell us a little bit about himself and what he did over at MCW and then what he's expecting out of ASHP.
Hi, thanks for having me. So, like it was mentioned, my name is Alex Thorpe. I'm a third-year pharmacy student at the Medical College of Wisconsin School of Pharmacy. It's a three-year program, so we are in pharmacy school for a total of 3 years, which is year-round. And the reason why I was interested in becoming a part of MCW was, one, with the three-year program, I felt like it provided a great preview of what my work-life balance would be like when I graduate and go into the work field.
Okay.
And the MCW has strong ties, like it was mentioned, with the medical school, and also has strong ties with Freighter, and which is a health system literally connected with the school, and also Children's Hospital. And from ASHP, I hope to talk to programs that are able to provide residency programs that have a good mix and experience in academia and ambulatory care, as these are career interests of mine. And I'm hoping to learn more about those programs and see what possible opportunities are around for me.
Sounds good. All right. So, all right, Claire, you're next. Tell us a little bit about yourself and why you decided on MCW. Are you guys all from Wisconsin? Just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
So it's that's something that's as the pharmacy schools expanded, the University of Maryland had a satellite campus, which was literally 6 minutes from my childhood home, and I ended up having to go to Baltimore, so it's really more convenient. Can you tell me a little bit about why you decided to go there, what it was about staying in Wisconsin, and then what you're looking to do in the future?
My entire family is from Wisconsin, so it was kind of an easy decision to stay around them and stay close to home. That's not the only thing we have there, though. We do have several students from out of state, so we have a few from Texas, as well as other parts of the country. As far as what I would like to do, I was looking at MCW specifically for the medical center. I know we have close ties with the medical students, and we do have an emergency medicine program, which is my primary interest. So I was able to kind of get a grasp of that and do a lot of rotation stuff at our emergency department from that aspect.
So tell me a little bit about that, because you go PGY1, then you go into emergency medicine. I hear that you want to have a good critical care background as well. Tell me a little bit about what you're hoping to get out of a PGY1, or is it maybe a PGY1, PGY2 mix? What are you looking for? There's 4,000 to choose from.
That's fair. As far as my PGY1, I do want to specialize end goal in emergency medicine, but I don't want to limit my pharmacy knowledge to that. So the goal of my PGY1 is to gain as much clinical information and background as I can in as many disease states as possible. In emergency medicine, you see everything ranging from a chest cold to a car accident to psychotic disorders and stuff like that. So getting that wide grasp in all branches of medicine is really important to me.
Okay. All right. Great. How do you pronounce your first name?
Zachary.
All right,
you
Zachary.
Can call me Zach.
Okay, Zach. All right. So, Zach, you're from Milwaukee, so you went pretty far from home.
I know. I
Okay.
went so far.
But I mean, I went to Baltimore, which was 30 minutes from home, and satellite campus would have been 6. So either way. But tell me a little bit about your road and what maybe made you decide on the 3-year program. There was this movie called Miracle, and in one part of the movie, he makes them do these kind of runs. He's like, again. So you have a semester, and then you have a semester again, and then another semester again and again. And I think through those trials, though, they became very close together. Tell me a little bit about how just not getting away from everybody actually might bring you closer together, and then, what your future looks like.
Yeah, that's a great question. So I think we've had a really good experience being able to continue our education, not taking very long breaks. We did get 2-week breaks after our 11-week sessions.
So it is like real work.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, we were really getting prepped well for
Okay.
what real life would be like. But I think that was good because then that knowledge kind of stick with us. And we also have a very unique IPPY experience.
Okay,
so
tell me a little bit about it.
We do every Friday for 10 weeks for our 10-week sessions.
Oh, cool. All right.
We go for eight hours a day, and we go to 7 different unique sites.
Okay.
So it could be hospital, it can be, we even have an interprofessional one. I went under the director of a clinic, and I got to see what that was like, working with the director of the clinic, how they manage payroll and all the other aspects. And then worked under nursing, got to shadow a nurse, got to shadow a physician, and see what they do on a day-to-day basis.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about what you want to do in your future, though. What are you looking for out of ASHP? Obviously residency, but any specifics?
Yeah, so I think today, the reason why I came here, I'm really looking forward to talking to some of the pediatric programs.
Okay.
I have a very deep and strong passion with pediatrics, and then I also wanted to look at some of the ambulatory care residency options, kind of go from there.
Okay, yeah, my wife was on 55 days hospital bed rest. My daughters were 12 weeks in the NICU. We went through all of that, and it was really the staff that was able to comfort us and kind of get us through it, because every day we're like, are our children going to live? They were born at 1.5, and 2 pounds, so we didn't even make a full baby. And it was kind of a crazy time, and you think a lot of people think pediatrics is talking about the kids, but a lot of times it's helping the parents, and I think the caretakers it's just as tough. So good luck to you. So who wanted to go next, Cassandra?
Yes.
All right, cool. Cassandra, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, what are you going to do with your life?
I'm from Fremont, Wisconsin.
Okay.
I chose to go to MCW because of the 3-year program, and because being associated with the medical school is pretty neat. I actually got to teach the first-year medical students how to give immunizations last
As a
week.
P3?
Yeah, as a
okay,
P3.
Okay, which is a final, let's say final year.
Yes.
Because P3 is going to get the wrong connotation. So final year student.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And I thought that was a great experience because we just learned it last year.
Okay.
So it was really fun to be able to do that. And just the variety of rotations was really great as well.
Okay. What about what are you going to do with your future? You're coming into ASHP. We've got just a countdown here. We're about 2 hours from about 6,000 to 8,000 people going into one room, all going for the same residency.
Yes.
What is your plan? Do you have your Excel
I
spreadsheet
do.
in your binder?
I was a
do you have a map?
pretty prepared person. I mapped out my plan. I'm kind of looking for a program that's going to let me become more independent.
Okay.
I want to be able to practice on my own. So a lot of my questions for the residency programs today are more about how I get feedback and how much independence I will have at these programs.
Yeah, no, knowing the right questions is half the battle, definitely. And I think we've got one more student. All right. So Emma Marie, is that right?
Yeah, you
All
can
right.
call me Emma.
All right.
Hi, yeah, so I, when I was applying to pharmacy school, I was looking at all the programs, and what stuck out to me for MCW was that it was a 3-year program, and not only that, but the fact that we were the first class. I feel like when you're first class, you're going to go through different things, and it makes you more of a unique candidate when you're applying for residencies. I feel like that you become really strong with your classmates, and you work together because you are all doing this for the first time, not only for pharmacy school, but as a first class at a large academic medical center. And so I thought that was really unique and cool to be a part of.
Okay, well, tell me a little bit about what you want to do. It seems like every one of you it was a 3-year program, and there was one other thing that really kind of, said, this is really the place I want to be. Milwaukee's a big-ish city, not too huge, but there's everything that you'd want there. But what are you going to do with your future?
I really want to be a part of a specialty pharmacy. I feel like those medications are really growing right now, the unique ones, HIV, rheumatoid arthritis. There's so many new medications that are starting to become on the market for those, for cures, for improvement in those disease states. So that's something I want to be a part of today. And so talking to programs that have specialty pharmacies or are involved directly with those disease states are what I'm looking to get out of this today.
Okay. And so just to kind of recap, so we have this 3-year program. That was one of the things that drew you in. You've got Wisconsin there, Minnesota, Iowa, you got kind of the Midwest group. All of you are from Wisconsin, but not everybody there is in Wisconsin. So tell me, how do you guys work together? So we've got letters of intent, recommendations, all those things. How does your faculty support you as you're kind of going towards the actual admissions process?
Yeah, absolutely. I think our faculty was wonderful with that, and they still continue to be involved, and they constantly are making sure that we have the connections that we need. And so when we even met up with last night, and they said we have connections with this hospital. Would you like us to introduce us to them? And so like having a big network and having them be a part of our applying and things like those I think it's important that they're helping us through this whole process.
The one last question I have to ask: with 40 students in each class, there's not really much of a back of the classroom.
Right.
How big is the actual classroom? Like, is it room to grow, or are the classes getting a little bit bigger? What is the kind of future of MCW? Because there's always good to have innovation. I mean, there's always the first school that started out, or first pharmacy school, but then we've got the more recent ones that are just making they start with interprofessionalism. So tell me a little bit of what it actually looks like to be in the classroom and then out in the world there.
Yeah, our classroom is actually very interesting because it's not a typical front of the class podium and have the audience behind us. It's essentially like a big circle. Like there's a pillar in the middle, and all of our professors just walk around. We have tables. There's about 5 chairs per table. So there's no, front of the class, back of the class. Like we're all in there together. I definitely think that our program will grow as time goes on. As we get out there and can express our time during our 3-year program and how it went, I think it'll definitely continue to grow.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for being on the Pharmacy Residency Podcast.
Thank you for having us today.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Pharmacy Residency Podcast. And if you're interested in learning more about the interview process, go over to Amazon.com, where you can check out 100 Strong Residency interview questions, answers, and rationales in print book, ebook, and audiobook.